Most people do not actually get a weekend. They get a 48-hour recovery room. You clock out on Friday completely drained. You spend Saturday paralyzed on the couch, staring at a screen to numb the exhaustion. Then Sunday afternoon hits, and the anxiety sets in. You start mourning a Monday that has not even arrived yet. You think you are resting, but you are really just decaying. Society sold you a massive lie about how to recover. You are told that catching up on sleep or doing absolutely nothing is the ultimate cure for burnout. That is a biological trap. Passive rest actually lowers your metabolic rate. Lying around for 6 hours drains your energy, tricks your brain into lethargy, and leaves you feeling heavier than when the week ended. But there is a completely different way to treat your days off. In Japan, the weekend is not an escape from reality. It is a highly intentional architecture of time. By applying specific cultural rules for active rest and severe boundary setting, they make a 2-day window physically and psychologically feel like 5 full days. They do not let time vanish. They stretch it. I am going to walk you through the exact 5 rules of this framework. Do not skip ahead, because rule number 4 is the exact reason your Sundays currently feel like a countdown to misery. Fixing it requires doing the exact opposite of what normal productivity experts demand. The transition from work to life does not happen by accident. Most people finish their week by slamming their laptop shut and dragging a massive weight of unfinished thoughts straight into their Friday evening. They sit down to relax, but their mind is still stuck at the office. This keeps your work self alive, bleeding stress all over your supposed free time. The Japanese framework prevents this with a concept called Oosouji. Traditionally, this is a deep, purifying cleaning ritual done at the end of the year. But time masters apply it to the end of every single work week. It is a severe, necessary severance. You do not just stop working, you ruthlessly end the work week. To execute this, you must treat the final 30 minutes of your Friday shift as a mandatory purge. Clear your physical desk completely. Close every open digital tab. Write down every single lingering thought, task, and loose end onto a physical piece of paper. This creates a solid psychological boundary. By trapping those anxieties on paper, you effectively evict them from your brain. Friday night suddenly stops being a desperate gasp for air and instantly becomes the most expansive evening of your entire week. Western culture treats the weekend like an overstuffed storage unit. You try to cram 5 days of neglected chores, errands, and forced socializing into a tiny 48-hour box. You pack your schedule so tight that it essentially breaks. This approach guarantees utter exhaustion by Sunday night. The Japanese framework introduces a totally different mindset. It is called Yutori. This translates to the intentional architecture of blank space. Yutori is the active discipline of leaving room to breathe. It is not about being lazy. It is about aggressively defending your schedule from noise and clutter. To apply this, you need to stop filling every single hour with tasks. Your immediate action step starts on Saturday morning. Block out a mandatory 90-minute window. Put absolutely nothing on the calendar for that block. Plan 0 errands. Turn off the music, put the phone away, and remove all digital input. Force your mind to experience pure stillness. Allow yourself to feel completely bored. That brief feeling of boredom is not a waste of time. It is actually the physical sensation of your mind finally expanding and healing. If you spend your entire Saturday sitting in the exact same room, the day will completely vanish. Your brain stops recording new memories when the environment stays exactly the same. It lumps 12 hours into one giant, blurry block of nothing. To stop time from speeding up, you must use the concept of Hashigo. This is the practice of bridging distinct, sensory-rich experiences. You are intentionally building new time anchors. Moving deliberately between entirely different physical environments actually tricks your mind into slowing down time. It forces your brain to stay awake and pay attention. Instead of letting the hours bleed together, force a physical change of scenery at least 3 times on Saturday. Leave your house. Go for a walk outside to experience Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. Then transition to a quiet cafe or a completely new neighborhood. Every time you change your location, your mind hits a reset button and records a brand new memory. Stacking these diverse experiences makes one single Saturday feel incredibly long and deeply fulfilling. We live in a culture that secretly punishes you for resting. Hustle logic conditions you to feel deep guilt if your weekend hobbies do not generate income or clean your house. You spend your free time feeling bad that you are not working. This constant background guilt is the exact reason your weekends currently feel like a miserable countdown. You are never fully off the clock. The Japanese mindset completely destroys this trap. They view personal joy as mandatory maintenance. It is not a luxury. It is the physical and mental fuel required to rebuild the version of you that has to show up on Monday. You must elevate your own restoration to the exact same level of authority as a corporate deadline. Do not treat your downtime as optional. Treat it as a strict obligation. To execute this, schedule one purely selfish, non-monetizable activity for exactly 45 minutes this weekend. Do something that has absolutely zero financial or productive value. Treat this block of time as an unbreakable meeting with yourself. If your boss cannot cancel it, neither can you. Most people spend Sunday evening totally paralyzed. You sit there defensively mourning the work week that is about to start. The Sunday anxiety takes over, and you lose the final hours of your weekend to panic. The Japanese solve this by combining 2 powerful concepts. The first is Hansei, which means quiet, honest reflection. The second is Natsukashii, which is the feeling of deep, nostalgic comfort. Together, they completely neutralize the dread. Instead of waiting for Monday to run you over, you govern the end of your weekend. You use Sunday afternoon to make deliberate choices about the week ahead. Here is your exact action step. Spend exactly 15 minutes mapping out your priorities for Monday morning. Look the upcoming week right in the face. Once you write those tasks down, immediately transition into a slow, comforting ritual. Make a cup of simmering tea or take a long, hot bath. This physical shift acts as a massive wall. It completely blocks work anxiety from bleeding backward into your Sunday night. You go to sleep feeling aligned, in control, and fully rested. Building structure into your weekend is not about turning your days off into a second job. It does not make you a rigid machine. It is the exact opposite. True structure is what actually creates total freedom. When you build strong walls around your time, you finally have a safe space to exist inside them. But listen to me carefully. Do not attempt to implement all 5 of these rules tomorrow. Chasing instant perfection is just another form of modern burnout. Trying to do everything at once will only make you hate your weekends again. Pick just one single boundary from this video to enforce. Master one rule first. Comment below right now with the exact rule you are committing to start this Friday. Then, hit the subscribe button to continue building your discipline and finally take back control of your time.